What is up, assholes? Welcome back to the Call to Action podcast. I'm James, and with me, I have a I can't even call you a guest. You're just like a very special appearance. There you go.
Can't believe I'm back. Feels weird. Feels weird being back. Haven't done this for a while.
Yeah, we haven't seen you since you interviewed our two dads.
That's right. Yeah. Chill to Action. I've been on there for a couple of times. But yeah, not never. Haven't done Call to Action for a while. I'm glad to be back.
Unless I'm mistaken, I think the last time you were... Yeah, thank you, Dark Shadow. Paul's in here just making funny quips. I think the last time you were on was actually the Looney Bin's first match.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
That's only a guess. I remember you're in the thumbnail for that.
Shit, that shit was a bit too weird for me or something. I'm pretty sure I did that, although that's changed completely now. Good.
I'm glad to hear that. Also, I'm glad we're playing pretty late at night so we can have people like Malcolm in the chat. Hello, you foreign non-Americans.
It's the weird hour.
Yeah. Also, Jeremiah Morris, who
what up, Jeremy?
You weren't American. What's going on? Yeah.
So you guys just had Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving in retrospect.
Oh yeah. As you can tell, I'm wearing this very loose stuff because I'm hiding the fat. There's no tradition from that, but let's just talk about. Oh wait, I forget we have actual pictures now. Don't call it a recap. Not gonna say anymore. It's gonna sound very white. But yeah, so we're still in this sort of like this rhythm of 3 matches.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one we had was The Family versus the Paddington 2. We're starting off on a high note.
Okay, first off, how does that match only have 18,000 views?
Because people suck.
Might be there. Oh well, it was released way before the holidays, right?
Yeah, I don't really know about I don't know about view counts for regular Smart episodes, other than like a handful of them were 100K in the Collider era, but that's whatever. What I do know is I rewatched this like 3 or 4 times on top of seeing it live, which I'm gonna sort of just keep bragging about because I fucking love seeing it live. But yeah. Oh my god, it was a great match.
Sorry.
Hello. Oh my god, I'm echoing.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, Malcolm, I love that you're here for me to support me in every facet of my life.
Okay. So I've been away for a while. I know, like the joke about the gaping chest wound. I don't know where it comes from though.
Neither do I.
Okay, yeah. That's good.
I think it was just them in the little C2A group chat saying like, "Oh, I need James Spence. Like, I need a hole in my head rather than a hole in my head. Right. It's in a gaping chest wound or whatever." However, it got started. Thanks, but Jarvi, what did you think of this match?
It's hard to overlook the challenge fiasco.
Yeah, well, I feel like you're gonna have to bring it up no matter what. Matt Ashley, Action Army member.
Yes.
# Marmalade Army.
Salute. That's exactly what Christian said. Is they've been like I don't want to say a tier 2 team, but people weren't like tuning in for them. They weren't like the stars of the Schmodown. They're definitely superstars now.
Let's be fair here. They have to be compared to Andrew Ghai and Meyer Burnett, but Andrew Ghai. Everyone's a B or a C or even an F compared to Andrew Ghai. And yes, I skipped D because in America or in California we don't have D's. God, so stupid. But yeah, man. Okay, so the first question: have you seen The Dirty Dozen?
I haven't. No.
Okay,
that's when was it released?
Like 1967.
Yeah. Okay. I'm really bad at classics.
This. Because I need to know my movie release dates. But yeah, cool. I think that was the thing where no one there had seen the movie besides a handful of them. So it is 67. Ugh, come at me, Caleb Bateman.
Nice pull.
Yeah, it was like I think the only ones in the studio. So let's compare it to my live experience. Wow.
All right. So okay. There was another challenge as well before the final one, right?
I don't think so.
No, I think there was. It was about McQueenie challenged.
Oh yeah. So that was the first challenge was in comedies, when he said in Little Nicky it wasn't his dad, it was his
That's right. His grandfather. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Which
it was
was
a
a
pretty
good challenge.
challenge-ridden match.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think challenging in something like that proves how knowledgeable McWeeny is. Because not only does he remember this movie like backwards and forwards, he remembers the exact role he played. Like that's honestly more terrifying to me than anything the match showed up. Yeah, sure, having perfect round twos, nearly perfect round ones, whatever. Having that deep of knowledge about a movie everyone else just forgot about, that's scary.
Yeah, well, he's scary. He's trivia wise, and he's an intimidating guy, which is awesome for his character. But yeah, in the first round, one of the things that I took notice of, Ghai couldn't pull Kate and Leopold. I was like, he knows it. I know he knows it because they've discussed it with Ben. They've talked about Kate and Leopold, and he's like, get there. Wait. And he just couldn't get there.
I'm not sure if I can talk about this because I forgot where it was brought up. But during the match, I remember Drew said somewhere that Ben and Riley were talking in the corner, and he could see him. Like, oh, just know this one, Drew's gonna fuck it up. Like, and they were in his head about that and the Descent question, which is his favorite horror movie ever.
Okay, I'm an idiot. You were there actually live, sitting there.
Yes, I was.
Okay, I was like, did you watch live? I just got this now. Okay, I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay.
This is how you can tell I haven't been around for a while. It's like,
okay. It hasn't really come up here yet, other than me just knowing everything, because I've had the rest of the year spoiled for me. But
I feel so dumb now.
No, you're good. Because I honestly didn't know that. But once I found out, I was like, I wish you told me, Drew. I would have gone over and started screaming traitor at Ben and started hitting him with a chair or something just to balance it out, because he missed a rom-com question and a Descent question.
Yeah, the Descent. That was the other one. Was the other one.
Also, here's what I think is fascinating. This entire match is marred by players not playing to their full ability. We can see it with Drew, and even Agity in round one. He missed a couple questions that he knew, or he like Descent versus the Descent. Like, if both of them played to the full abilities, it would have been a very different game. Like, they could have also broken the all-time points record, but let's just ignore that because it comes back to it later. Also, hello Jeremiah for saying hello to Danielle. I misclicked there.
What up, Danny? They're all here.
Malcolm, you guys check me out in Full Metal Random for movie release dates, where you can decide for yourself how I do. I could be anybody in this chat. Suck it, Malcolm. And everyone's just going to sleep. Robert Adams, the Fanatics, are enemies, ? I don't know. Congrats on 1,000 subs, by the way. Great job. Going to bed. I think Danielle was as well. Now it's just us and Jeremiah Morris.
Works for me.
Yeah. Jeremiah, how you doing, boy? So did you like take anything from the match besides the challenge?
The post interview where Ghai and McQueenie just couldn't hold it together. I don't know what they were laughing about. I think it was something they wanted to, I don't know, ball bust Brandon or something. But I don't know if you noticed. Okay, do you get to watch the post interviews when you're in the crowd?
Yeah. So actually, this is a really interesting facet. Is like, you think they have a separate space. They have the back wall for the interviews. They bring it in front of the desk and just shoot it there, and they don't move the cameras at all. So they got to maneuver it through the curtain. It's really funny the first time you see it. They're just like you don't think it's fit, and it just does magically.
That's TV magic getting crushed now. This is all. You're
no. The real thing is when you get into the studio and realize how small it is, and how hot it is, and how smelly it is. Wow. Jen Sturger in Shield to Action, check that episode out. Made a great remark where she just needs all the Corruption boys to wash their jackets because it stinks in there. Like, it smells bad.
Yikes.
Yeah. No, it's a very hot studio. Like, incredibly hot.
So I kind of get why when Ben and Drew are recording the Action Guys, there's no. Actually, I think it was Collider Live that they complained about the mics being smelly.
I think that's just like
that was like an ongoing thing.
Coffee breath or whatever. People just like not brushing their teeth in the morning or something. It smells great. I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah, mine's pretty good. Anyway, back to the match. We're getting sidetracked.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Although I will say I do love the what's it called? Like in the promos, and it goes being like, "Shut up! You can speak when you win once when you win a match."
Yeah, he's just getting better and better and better. There's never been a better heel. There never will be a better heel. He's just, I think one of my favorite promos that it is like cut it out. No, leave it in. I think it was like the last match. The family match. Yeah. But I kind of want to ask you about actually, do you think okay, it was an honorable move.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's a good move because you're still playing to win the match?
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because Christian got into it out both on our show and whatever.
Yeah.
I
just wanted to ask you as well because I'm of both minds actually.
Well, like so the thing is, like, if he had a manager, that would not have happened.
Mm-mm.
It would have been like no, don't challenge. Rips the mic away from him, win the match, walk away, and then they go and face who's the boss, and who knows how that would have gone. But like, this could have been like the biggest upset ever if they, beating the family. Cool, yeah. If they beat Who's the Boss and went to the finals, that would have been like inconceivable.
They have the knowledge. They could. Yeah. If they went up against Who's the Boss, they could have easily. I feel like the knowledge is there for them to win. It's just think that Who's the Boss is a way better players of the game. So.
But we can get into that later because who he's talking about traders. I also
wait a minute now.
In the chat. Remember? Oh yeah, we'll get into that later. You little bastard. Yeah. So this was actually taped after even the Smets match, where I also had that spoiled for me through my deductive reasoning. But yeah, no, this was after all that. So another fun fact: you don't get to see the promos. They're taped in the side room.
Right.
So when you walk in, they sit down. They start the match. Open the match. Cut to the promos. Those are great promos, and there's like barely any break in between. They just edited it in. Eric, great job. But I'm just giving all the tea. Abby Friel, come at me.
Yeah, it's weird. They probably watch the promos because they need to know, how to take off. They need it fresh.
I don't even know if they do. Now that I think about it, maybe Christian watches it for like director's notes or something. I never really thought about it. But okay, so moving on to the next match, because we just talked about these lovely people, the Looney Bin, the Time Machine. Fun fact: both this match and last match have the same total score in 32-31.
Oh, really? I didn't. Yeah. Wow.
I didn't realize that until I wrote it down. Here's the notes for today, everyone. But yeah, that was.
So you're a big fan of the Looney Bin.
I wonder what match I was invited to the studio to watch. This was taped at 9 a.m.
So you've been there twice?
No. So, let me give you what was actually taped. Hopefully I don't get yelled at for this by Christian next week or whatever. Here's what was taped that day. It was Looney Bin versus Time Machine. And then after that, it was Looney Bin versus Shazam. And then it was Bibiani versus Roca. Bateman versus the Kid. The Family versus Paddington 2. And then the Family versus Who's the Boss.
Wow, they're taping that much in one go?
Yes.
Wow.
So again, this is when I said I've been spoiled for everything. I've been spoiled for everything. But so that's why. So I mean, we can get into this later. But that's what I find interesting is watching these matches, and you're like week to week. There's so much build up. Like, oh my god, I can't wait for this, and it just happens in like 2 minutes at the studio. Like the build up is just not there. But okay. Wait. Last note for this. Because we knew that we were leading into the Who's the Boss match, I was standing on the sidelines after the family match. And Drew walks past me. He's like, Team fucking Guy. He's double fist bumping everyone. Like, yeah. And I'm like, damn right, Team Guy.
Oh, man. It sounds awesome. Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, Time Machine versus Looney Bin.
I I went into this match rooting for the Time Machine because
Get out,
Janine and
leave.
Ethan Irwin, they're one of my favorites. But Looney Bin, well, okay. First off, we got to talk about Tom.
Tom.
Is he actually in the contention of like potentially being the best player in the league? Not saying knowledgeable, because he can play the game as well, which seems crazy.
See, that's the thing. I don't think he can quite play the game. That's because he doesn't need to. Like it doesn't like think.
I think he knows though. I think it's like he's just.
I think it's the same thing as Ghai and McWeenie, where Drew is the chisel and Tom's the hammer. Drew knows the game. She plays the game. Like she basically tells Tom, here's what would work best. And Tom's like, okay. And then, 12 for 12 in round 2, always 9 in round 1. Like, it's not him playing the game, it's Drew guiding him as much as it doesn't look like it. She's like mastermind of it all. She is the Dr. Frankenstein.
Do you want to see a dead body?
Do you want to see a dead body?
Nobody wants to see my body.
I've actually seen a dead body. God. That was great moments.
So, yeah. Okay.
Jeremiah Moore has a good note in the chat, which I think is something I wanted to point out on. Irwin having knowledge but doesn't need to know the game. That's where I think it's wrong. I forgot who I was talking with someone about this match. And we sort of agreed the fact that Irwin does need to learn to play the game because he has one very clear weakness that is not being capitalized or improved upon, and that's animation.
Yeah. And they
I'm
got that.
So surprised you got that Fritz the Cat question. Like even I got that wrong, and I've been studying animated films.
Yeah, that was crazy. I've never even heard. I haven't heard of that movie. I have never heard of Ralph Bakshi. How do you pronounce it?
Ralph Bakshi. He also directed Cool World with Brad Pitt and the animated Lord of the Rings movie in 1978, I think.
Wow, well, you've been studying, boy.
Boy, inner geekdom player, singles player. I got to be all round.
So that was a crazy pull. I think. Yeah. Do you think Janine got that question? Because
no.
It's.
I think it really just comes down to age. Because me playing my cards. Only reason I even know the movie exists is because Nostalgia Critic did a review of it. If not for that, I would know nothing. Irwin got it because he was alive at the time. I think. And there's nothing against Janine, there's nothing about her. I think the movie is too niche. You can't lean into it. You wouldn't watch that randomly. Because again, Ralph Bakshi isn't even that big of an animation giant. There's nothing there that's worth studying. So Irwin's knowledge is probably just because he saw it in theaters.
Yeah, because he knows Tom Cruise. That's an whole other thing.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's go from round 2 where Looney Bin spins monster movies. Is it one of their strengths, right? Probably.
I'm trying not to I'm trying not to be like a show off, but I did help pick that slang.
Try. Well, anyway, there's this one question I was curious about. They asked who played the Mummy in the new Mummy remake.
Yeah.
And the answer was Sofia Boutella. I'm thinking if they answered, okay, spoilers for the new Mummy.
Okay.
If they asked the same question and they would have said Tom Cruise, that is actually the correct answer because Tom Cruise becomes the Mummy. Sorry?
You've seen the movie, right?
I've seen the movie.
Isn't it like he takes the powers of the Mummy, but he becomes actually the Mummy? Yeah. I thought he was like some other version.
That's what I took away from it, is that he's the new Mummy now. He's the new monster,
Yeah.
So I was just curious if they
isn't the real monster the friends we made along the way.
Sorry?
Isn't the real monster the friends we made along the way? Never mind.
I can't remember.
I will say, I think that was a pretty impressive round 2, despite the fact that it's all new monster movies and not old ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Other than the Blob, which incredible poll. I could not have even guessed Steve McQueen.
Yeah, no, same here. I think there was a Flubber question in there as well. or Robin
That's not
Williams one?
Well, I think you're thinking of the Blob.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be.
It's pure,
Part of it.
from knowledge for 3 minutes. Why would you forget about that? A $2 horror, those are rare to come by. But like the rest of the movies are just like, The Mummy, Colossal, Pacific Rim. Like it was incredible.
Pacific Rim.
I love that. What was it? It was like someone named their dog after Gypsy Danger.
Did they? No.
Great choice. So for y'all who weren't there, we used to have like a very active Action Army group chat on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And before Paul Oyama got called up to the big leagues, we would like occasionally do like training sessions before matches and stuff because he's technically undefeated in the fan leagues.
Yeah.
And one of the questions I would always ask to stump people is, what is the name of Cade Yeager's robot? Or what are they called? The machines.
Not the Kaijus. The Jaegers.
Thank you. Okay. So Cade Yeager's a different character.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Pac Rim.
No. No, you're right. I'm thinking of Cade Yeager's a different person. But anyways, that's what I was thinking. What is so and so's Yeager in Pacific Rim? And no one remembers Gypsy Danger. Then I remember Yeager. I think it's a great question. The fact that they got that proves Tom's knowledge because it's so hard to hit.
It is.
Just forget the movie exists.
I'm a big fan of Pacific Rim. I love that movie. And I only got Gypsy. I remember Gypsy. What was the word? Gypsy Emergencies. Gypsy. It was something like that. I couldn't pull it, and I know the movie very well. So the fact that Tom did pull it, that's impressive as hell.
Do you have any final notes in this match before we move on?
How do you spell cat, Christian?
I want that on a T-shirt. Oh my god, there needs to be some like weird. If there's a kit before it, then yes, Paul. But oh man, again, if y'all want to see, according to Christian, the greatest character since Team Action, which is a fact, watch this match again and again. I've seen this match 5 times.
I watched it twice, and the second time around they were even funnier. I skipped because the first time I watched it, I skipped the promos, and now I watch them. So.
No, that's not fair. You can't do that, Jarvi. It's the Looney Bin. You can't skip a promo.
That's why I watched it twice. Now I've seen them.
Yeah.
All good.
I ended up doing that as well, where it's I the first time through I just go for the trivia and then I watch our reaction for a second watch so I can get all the promo cutting stuff.
That's right. Okay, so one thing about Tom, a weird one that he didn't get that I got is the Ocean's 8 question. That's so weird. That was, in my opinion, one of the easiest questions, and that's the one he misses.
To be fair to him, I said I gave the exact same answer. I was like, oh yeah,
I knew it was Rihanna. I was like, well, it's weird. It's weird how like competitors get some and then the easiest ones that you think are the easiest ones they miss.
I think the issue is like sort of jumping on the question. Or again, it's like, oh yeah, it's Aquafina. And you sit there for like 5 seconds. Oh no, it's Rihanna. Because people don't take the time to think it through, they don't realize that they're wrong. Like you need to get there. You don't just you don't jump on the question. You need to think about it.
Could be. I just remember, I don't know. I've only seen the movie once, and I just remember Rihanna behind a computer at some point, and that's like, I remember her and Sandra Bullock. That's like everything else about the movie. I wanted it to be better, but.
Oh, I love the movie, mostly because of Anne Hathaway.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I'm. But it's kind of forgettable, which is a shame, though.
No, I saw that like opening weekend with my friend, and we were both screaming the entire time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's awesome that someone enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I wanted to like it.
So here's the last match. Shut up, Paul. And it really went nuts. I'm gonna keep making that joke. It's the Odd Couple versus Shazam. I can't say their actual name because I'm going to wake my roommates because it's currently 12:30 in the morning.
All right. Okay, the entrance. They're just.
Oh my. Okay, entrance of the year. Like, if we're still splitting up teams and singles, which I don't think we are, this locks in teams' entrances down because it was so long. And they kept building on the joke, and it was great. It was amazing.
So they were commentating on the commentators commentating.
Yeah. In today's commentator versus commentator, we have Ken Apsock, who's good at knowing Star Wars and writing about Star Wars, and Mark Ellis, who's good at being a dog stepfather, being funny, and being a carrot.
Yeah,
that should be it for once Team Action reunites. It should go up against Team Schmoes, and then their entrance should be, "Hey, look, we're commentating."
I can't wait for that reunion to happen. It's gonna happen at some point. Has to.
We'll get into it next. But the next live event they don't have locked in should be Houston too, and it's again who's the boss versus the family. But then they join forces, and then Riley and McWeenie team up, and then Ben and Drew come back together, and then just Team Action 2.0, and then they just go, and then it turns into an actual wrestling match, which I'm waiting to happen. Anyway,
chills.
So we got Shazam's entrance, and then we got
okay. Then we got Schneider coming in his
Snyder. His name is Snyder.
So I can't. It's my English, I can't.
He's not playing a carrot in the South Park sketch.
I just say Schneider.
This isn't a you thing. Everyone calls him Schneider, and I'm like, his name is literally the In Snyder. Like, have you heard Booker T? The In Snyder, Jeff Snyder. Like, it's a thing.
Don't make fun of foreigners.
I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
Shut up, Paul.
Schneider. Well, anyway, he comes in his boxers.
He needed some real balls to pull off that entrance.
Oh.
Too bad the team got shafted in the last question.
Okay, you're notoriously not a fan of The Odd Couple, though.
No, what?
No,
I like The Odd Couple.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm not a big fan of Snyder as a person. He's growing on me because he's not doing that dumb, I'm the most important goal you ever take kind of thing.
No, when I say not a fan, I mean like you love rooting against them because we love everything in the Schmodown. This is like when I used to like go out on the Shire Wolves. It's not because they're awesome. I just love rooting against them. I just figured you love rooting against The Odd Couple.
No, I mean I think it's just because of the high pro. I mean I was rooting for them against the Shire Wolves. That's probably the only match I was actually rooting for them in. Because, like, Paddington 2 I wanted to win. Who was the boss I wanted to win. Ever see, but shut up, Paul.
No, I'm a fan of Snyder. He can say things that were odd. That's hence the name. But Roxy and Draco, and I think it's one of the greatest. Like that Roxy being a manager of The Odd Couple. That's one of the greatest feats in the Schmodown.
Yeah, I have to imagine he's had an IRL manager to help contain everything. He's doing something in his life, man. Like he's evolved. Some new hello doggo.
I just elbowed her in the head on accident.
I think this is fun. Malcolm, where's Booker T impression? I'm not good at impressions. I'm good at myself and a very bad Brad Gilmore. That's about it. And Jeremiah in Chicago. Yeah, I think that's it. Is they keep like when you first saw them, they're like, yeah, whatever. They're a powerhouse team. Cool. Every new match they get, they're slowly like better and better because they're leaning into personality. They're not faces or heels. They're just themselves, really.
And I think it's a big deal of Snyder being able to take, whenever he lost a small battle during a match, he was out.
Yeah.
Or you can see him checking out. This is one of the biggest things that Roxy has done is keeping him motivated and inspired through the match to not give up. Because when he doesn't give up, he goes all the way. He can. They can be a championship caliber team.
That's also why he's a very strong team competitor rather than singles. He's the greatest team player of all time. Fact check it.
Yeah. Well, the Patriots. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's because he has a teammate there to lock him in. I'm sure I don't know anything, but I'm sure there's moments where he was like discouraged.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Exactly, Jon Snow.
And either
JTE or Draco's like, no, come on, man, we got this. We gotta push through. Like people were there to help him, and that's what's making him better. And the reason that he got like to that singles title shot with Bibiani and then with Oyama is because he had people in his corner helping him. It's just it's like that on his own thing is where it gets an issue.
But right now it's working. I'm kind of afraid of the draft, of what's going to happen to them. I don't want them breaking up, but
Odd Couple, I can basically like the teams that we can guarantee are kept together are Founding Fathers, Corruption, Who's the Boss, and Odd Couple.
Okay, I think I have a lot of questions to ask about the draft. I feel like we should wrap the match first because I feel like we want to get into the draft. I do.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So I know I keep interfering,
go ahead.
but
Snyder. This is us. We used to do one-on-one shows, and we don't have any consistency.
We don't have the flow. We've lost the flow. Okay. Snyder hitting 0 Oscar noms for ScarJo. That was a ballsy move.
Again, that is proof of how dangerous he is as a player because he knew that. No one would guess 0 unless they're 100% confident.
Nope, no one. It's kind of a dick question in a way.
Yeah,
because the Shimodan usually doesn't do these trick questions.
Well, they've done it a couple times recently where it's like Oscar noms and spin 0. I'm like, what? How? For reference, she's had 4 Golden Globe nominations, but never. I mean, granted, she wasn't nominated for. I think the only like big thing she could have been nominated for is Lost in Translation.
Yep. I feel like she should have. Yeah, it's weird. She doesn't have a lot of.
But she's guaranteed to get one this year.
Yeah, for Marriage
Story or
Jojo
Rabbit.
Marriage Story.
Yeah.
Yes. And Jojo Rabbit, she's awesome, but she's not.
Oh no, she's incredible in that. Okay.
I just watched it yesterday. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. It's a 10-10 movie for me. 10-10.
I will say no spoilers, but the fireplace scene, like that's her Oscar.
Okay, that's true. That's the bit they're showing when they used to show the scenes when they're nominating.
Like I miss those.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, okay, you've convinced me a little bit. Anyway, back to the match.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's hard to sort of remark because these are both incredible like show ups. The only difference is they didn't get a perfect round. Like
but the kid and Bibbs both hitting perfect rounds.
Yeah. Well, it's like compare like
insane.
The end of round 1 is basically what the final score was. At the end of the first round, it was double dewberries for Shazam. For Odd Couple, I think the final score was like 13 to 18.
At the end of the first round.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That solidified, look, the match is over. Because Shazam won't have a bad round 2. They're going to hit their round 3s. Odd Couple, they can miss round 2s, but they wouldn't. And they're going to hit their round 3s. It's just after the first round, they were done, and there's nothing they could do to get back at that. Because Shazam are that powerful of a couple. They're a good couple.
And they kind of had the match going their way with the challenge. They had the question of the girl with the pearl earring.
Yeah. Well, also,
okay, I rewinded, and it should have gone to Shazam. But that's the sport. That's the sport because they don't have playbacks.
Yeah, they don't have. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's totally fair. I get that. It was just that it even kind of went in their way when it shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Still though, the Odd Couples, they're warriors.
That's a good point, Morris. Shazam got the point record even with opponent's choice.
Oh yeah, dance movies. That's right.
And to be fair here, they couldn't have gotten it if they got their own category because then they would have needed to hit their 5. They probably would have ended up with like 34 or whatever, and Odd Couple wouldn't have 0 chance of beating them. However,
I'm having. Remind me of round 3.
So round 3, they each hit all 3. So that the final score for that would have been 23 to 26 at the end of round 2.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
If Shazam had gotten a category they wanted, they wouldn't have needed to hit their 5, so they couldn't have hit the all-time points record. So this is actually good for them to hit that. But also, don't give them dance movies. Have you seen Bibiani talk about Step Up to the Streets, Step Up 3D?
I used to watch critically acclaimed, listen to critically acclaimed, but I haven't lately. But does he love them?
100. He loves the series.
Yeah.
Even recently, they reviewed some like obscure dance movies. Like, I love dance movies because they're so weird and like the approaches and stuff.
They didn't give it away though. I feel like Bibbs would kind of react if they gave them the wrong category, but he didn't give away anything. He was just like, okay, let's do this. Like he wasn't happy about it.
Well, no.
He
Here's
probably
the issue:
was.
is as Malcolm so gracefully says here, Bibiani likes dance movies. He campaigned for the slice more. Like he fervently enjoys them, and sure, it could have come down to there's nothing better to give on the wheel. I don't remember what was on the wheel, so I can't criticize Snyder too much. Just 100% just like baseline. Giving him dance was not a good move.
Yeah, because they probably should have gone with not a weakness for Shazam, but just a strength for the odd couple, so
don't
they could
don't play the opponent, play yourself.
Yeah, just so they could get a few steals in, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, however you play against Shazam with that kind of an appearance, it's quite impossible to even play the game well.
Yeah.
If they're just hitting everything, I don't think anyone's ever done perfect round ones.
No, we've had double dewberries before. I can't think of when, but I know it's happened.
Well, why are they calling it dewberries though? I probably shouldn't ask, but
oh no, are you Alexing this? Because in Wild Berries versus Light to the Party,
Alexing this.
No, because on the reaction, I was like double dewberry. She's like, "What's a dewberry mean?"
Oh, I know, but I'm trying to remember where it started from.
Wild Berries versus Light at the Party. When Elliot hit,
they both hit perfect rounds.
No, when Elliot hit a dewberry. I hit a perfect round.
Okay. That's why I was like confused for a moment.
We're all calling it double dewberry. I want to call it a Code Red or a Baja Blast, but no one cares about that. Anyway, so I think Alex brings up a good point. Maybe they gave it to him because Andreyka would be good at those. I didn't consider that. That's a good point. But also, then you have to worry about yeah. I wonder who put that on. I wonder if that was a random slice then. If they're both good, then I know Andreyka would have gone musicals, but then Bibbs is good at that as well. So yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
But anyway, a great match, truly, and Roxy at the end was. I don't know. Roxy keeps getting. She started off as like a personality type manager. Now she seems very locked in and very knows the game.
Well, because we had to for some reason the storyline between her and Ghai dropped.
Yep.
So there's no big story push for her per se, because initially there was a Grace rivalry and that's done, and then it was Ghai and that's done. And there's nothing really been there since. So she doesn't need to be a story manager. She's there as a regular manager. She's helping her players every second of the game.
And Christian said it as well. She's probably one of the best managers around right now.
Yeah.
If not the best.
Yeah. Well, it's like Jada Paramo. If you're looking for your manager, you go to Roxy. She is destroying the game. She's playing incredibly. She's managing incredibly.
So I think we can go from here to the draft, right?
Well, no. We have more things.
Just
we
checking.
have more things going on. The first thing we got to do is the Schmodown News. Bah, 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 bah. It's gonna get
I didn't know we had music for this.
No, we do not. Oh, I'm so stupid. We have intro music and I forgot to play it. Sorry, Dave. I'll play it at the end. Sorry, David B. Ah, crap. So we do have news, and before we get to the a lot sadder part of this, we do have something pretty important to bring up. Harloff announced the live event dates for next until June, sort of. So, on January 11th, we have the draft and the awards. On the 25th of January, then the next New York live event, which I think is the third one. On February 29th, leap year, yay. It's in Atlanta, boo. March 21st, we have the fourth free-for-all. I'm going to try and beat that one because the last one was great. LA TBD, and then Boston and May, Chicago in June.
Awesome. They're going to Boston.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But you know what I thought of the second I saw TBD?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anyone who watches the show would know. Showdown Nashville, baby. I mean, it'll be April, and nice spring weather. A little rain, but also a little sun, little heat.
You calling it now?
Time. Yeah. I'm not calling it. I'm just saying, you got time, Christian. Yeah, 4 months, 5 months. And now I've got into a nice southern drawl. Schmodown in Nashville. You got Dylan, and you got Abby. And Rachel will compete there. Dylan.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
I'm thinking of the new Rick and Morty episode. You son of a bitch.
And I was trying to do Predator.
Yeah, no, it's all right. But yeah, so I wanted to see how this would work with you, Richard, Eric, Jarvi. Pitch why in April the Schmodown should come to Estonia.
It shouldn't. I think only like me and Sari would be here.
That'd be pretty dope.
There'd be no one else because like I've gotten to know the movie circles in Estonia, and I don't know anyone who watches this.
Push it on them.
I should. I probably should. And I think the best thing that could happen would be for the Schmodown to come to London. London is really easy to get to from all over Europe, and the turn-up would be pretty insane, I'm pretty sure.
How does that even work? Because like it's in the middle of the ocean. Wouldn't that be like a pretty big flight to go over?
A few hours.
Or like
maybe 2. How many hours to London? 2, 3. Okay, 3. It's 3.5. Still, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. They've got great deals from all over Europe, so I think London is something Christian should definitely consider. I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah. I can't English today.
Well, once the channel is in the black, I think it's the right color in terms of making profits. London should be the first thing they just splurge on to see if it works.
No,
I'm not sure if it's shooting profits right now. I forget his last statement on that, but it'd be pretty dope.
Oh, I wish. But yeah, it's nothing for Estonia. As much as I'd love it, it'd just be me.
Well, it'd be you in the front row.
Yep. Just doing the clap alone, people coming on, meeting all the competitors.
You'll be Shia LaBeouf.
Yes, for sure. But yeah, make London happen.
All right. I have the intro pulled up so I can play it as our outro or whatever.
Do it.
No, see, I'm not gonna play it now. Because now we get to the sad part where I'm going to start crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had like a graphic to pull up or something to wear, but we lost one of our own past week. Yeah.
Our warrior Emma. Yeah. Dollface.
General McAllister, I think, is a character in The Rock or something.
General Hummel was in The Rock.
I thought General McAllister was a different actor.
Oh, maybe. I think that's Paul's. Paul's area. If he's in the chat, he knows.
Paul would know. But yeah, I should have something to say about it because everyone's like, I've had like a.
Well, you said it. You've written.
Yeah, for y'all who don't know, I've written 3 separate eulogies for her. I'm gonna give a couple speeches about her. I'm going to be trying to rep her as much as possible at the Spectacular next weekend. I feel like I've given so much to her and her legacy and trying to make sure she has a lasting impact.
Yeah.
And it's weighed on me a lot. And I don't want to make it about me. It's just I miss her so much.
Yeah, same here. She was working on Action Industries. For she made all the new stuff.
She's the
I remember this is something I wanted to. Yeah, her news bits always had such like snark and like personality about them. If it weren't for her, we'd gotten just like I don't know, new trailer for Jumanji drops. she always
She
like
helped. She helped
intersected
define
some.
the brand.
Yeah,
She gave
absolutely,
us a
absolutely.
voice and an image that made us special.
And like, okay, I'm just gonna full say like sometimes she went even like too much personality, but it was like we were all like, yeah, maybe the news has to be a bit more, objective. But
Yeah.
then again, I envy her because she always stood her ground. She was a DC, like everything DC. She was like all her news bits were super positive. Everything Marvel, you can always tell there was a
The
little
little
bit of
poop
her
emoji.
in that. Yeah, that's just it was great. And I'm just gonna plug it now. Me and Paul are gonna do not call to class action episode for Emma. We're gonna be doing Blade Runner versus Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah,
It's gonna be an episode for her on the
and don't
Action
forget,
Industries channel.
please come to the Action Industries team tomorrow. Sorry, last week was to reclass his debut. Yeah. So she loved the brand more than pretty much anyone. If you ask me about like who are the faces of the original Action Army, it's Aixa, Helene, and Emma. Like people who truly represented what action was and carrying the future and bringing that community together. Who we are today, we wouldn't have it without her.
Very true.
Yeah,
Very
and
true.
I'm gonna give like a 10-minute speech. I have to talk about her in a few weeks for fan leagues, but just for anyone out there who didn't have the chance of meeting Emma or talking to her a lot, you've missed out on a wonderful beacon of light in the world and in the community. And I just hope that we can remember her for who she was and everything that she brought.
Oh, she will be remembered for sure. She will be remembered.
If Christian does like a big like ode to her and has like a video playing spectacular, I'm going to collapse on the ball on the floor.
I think that's okay. I think you should just feel everything you're feeling when that happens.
Okay. I'll come to you in a second, Paul. So if y'all listen to Dear Evan Hansen, I was in a parking lot just screaming the lyrics to If I Could Tell Her and waving through a window, just aggressively sobbing. Like I took her death hard. And I
think you were in touch with her the most.
Yeah.
You talked with her the most. And yeah, you were the biggest friends in that community. So yeah. But as you said, you're gonna keep doing everything you can for her to be remembered. I'd love for her to somehow get immortalized in the Schmodown. I don't know, something. I hope something gets, because that's where her heart was. Yeah. She tried to audition for the Schmodown. She's pretty big in the fan leagues, right?
Well, even like if you talk to competitors, if you talk about people who they know, Emma was the first one to bring up because she gave the personality. She gave a reason to watch. She was special. No one else was like her.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So I think I don't want to do this to you. I think we should move on. Try to keep.
I've relived this a lot in the past few days. It's all right. I'm used to it. But yeah, let's get into the what do you call it? The me bragging about stuff or us bragging about stuff. It's called To the Network, where we talk about our upcoming shows. So Jarvi, since you just brought it up, going to tell us more about what you're covering for Class Action soon?
Oh yeah, well, Class Action is the show that me and Paul are doing on the Action Industries channel, and we usually take two movies or actors or franchises. We do like a versus. So this versus that, we have categories. We're going to be doing Blade Runner versus Blade Runner 2049. We're going to decide which is the better movie, in our opinion. Both great movies, and yeah, it's gonna be. I'm not sure how it's gonna go down because I'm sure there'll be emotions flying around, but it's gonna be an episode for her. So tune in.
What is his name? He'll just be crying, like you'll just y'all crying in the corner, and then just. But Rick Deckard, man, he's an awful protagonist. Oh, that'll be a fun little hot cake because I despise the original and I love the sequel.
Yeah. Wow.
Speaking of hotcakes, on Wednesday, I don't know the time, but Dylan Camacho and I believe Alex, I don't know who his guest star is. Dylan, yes, will be doing a hotcake on. It'll be a PSA of sorts. I do not know the details, but it's hotcakes. It's Dylan, so you should be there anyways. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday. I'm gonna work backwards through the week for some reason. On Monday, we have. That's a stacked cast. Damn. All right. Dylan, Dark Shadow, Danielle, Kelsey, and Alex will all be on the PSA. Damn.
That's great.
All right.
Can't wait for
And
it.
on Monday, for Chill to Action. That's right. We're doing it on Monday, people. Keep that in mind. Monday, 8 PST, 11 EST PM. We are getting the Hobbit, Robert Parker, families. Yes.
Nice.
And you know who will make their debut on that Chill to Action episode?
Ooh. Oh yeah. You're finally gonna get to chime in on the on your bit, on your segment.
I've never done more research into anything, and I'm in college. I mean, I am ready for. I have stats upon stats upon stats from different fan leagues. I have my this or that questions ready. Bring me on a Bring on Robert Parker. I am waiting for you, and I'm going to ask some deep questions. Again, if y'all this is a call out to any of you guys. If you're coming spectacular, please get me this shirt. Get me a shirt with Dakota Johnson in the new Suspiria movie with her ripping her chest open, like with the gaping chest.
Oh yeah, you have to get.
I need that on the shirt.
Yep.
So badly. Copyright be damned.
Do
and
it.
Then
and
tomorrow,
let the English see you do it.
Do it. Let the English see you do it. But if y'all want to see more of my lovely face, tomorrow at, I guess technically it's today, at 1 PST, I get to face off in the first round 2 match of our Reactors tournaments, and I go up against the lovely, my close friend Abby Friel, who I look forward to stopping around.
That's going down.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel? Because I know you two are like super tight, so do you have a plan of how to destroy her?
Well, all I can say is look at her round 2 against Doug Castle. She is extremely scary in Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And Doug Castle may be one of the most underrated players in the fan league. So the fact that she beat him in her first time ever competing, I don't predict an easy match. But I'm still going to win this because I just pitched 2 near perfect games in Movie Trivia Face Off. So yeah, let's just bring it.
All the luck to you, man.
Yeah. And that's it for Call to the Network. And always take a look out. I can't talk today. It's nearly 1 a.m. Keep an eye out for our reactions for Looney Bin versus Zam. The family versus Who's the Boss.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
And, of course, the finals drop in that Friday when we'll all be in LA watching live.
Oh, man.
Screaming. Yeah, it's all right, Jarvi. We'll Skype you in when everyone makes the turn off.
Yeah, that's usually how I do it. I've been on Skype calls with Drew and Ben, and I think we were on when the after party was going on.
Oh yeah, in New York it was me,
that's
you,
right,
and Nat,
that's right.
who were in the group call, and everyone just screaming. Brandon Hannah singing Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Chris Doman kept hitting high notes. Great times. And so our last one, because it's all a little shifted around now. Normally we would do stop, speculate, and listen, but thanks to Mr. Dark Shadow in the chat, we had a lovely alternative that Kelsey whipped up. We're going to spectaculate. That does not come off the tongue well. It is barely a word. I'm gonna start things simple because we just talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Team finals. Now this is over. We have Shazam, Looney Bin, the family, and Who's the Boss.
Mm-hmm.
Shazam, Looney Bin. Who do you got?
It's tough to go against Shazam. If the way they're playing,
Boo.
I feel like,
boo.
Yeah, just even though if I wanted, I kind of want Looney Bin to go the distance, but it's tough. You know, double dewberries. hitting all their round 3ers.
But also, Tom.
Look at the light coming on me right now.
Well, actually, so here's my argument against that, Paul. Look at Brendan Meyer against Ben Bateman. The kid can be shaken.
Mm-hmm.
You know who shakes people pretty easily? The loony bin. All you have to do is get in Brendan Meyer's head, and the core. And I can't call him the core of the team, but he's still pretty solid. Once you
Bibbs
shake
can
him,
be rattled as well, though.
I don't think he can be. I think he's pretty good at keeping his calm in a match. And plus, he's a fan of the loony bin. He knows their antics. It's Brendan Meyer who you have to worry about. If you can shake him, match is over. It's done. Because Bibbs can't carry him in round 3 and 2, or round 1 and 3.
So you're saying Looney Bin?
Looney bin. Looney bin. All right. Now, here's another disagreement, you filthy traitor. Who's the boss versus the family? Family.
Yeah.
Family. Gonna go 7-0 for that title. Let's go, boys.
Okay, I've said this over and over again. That I'll never pick sides.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah,
I've pulled the Facebook poll.
Paul said the same thing, and Paul's pretty strongly in, like, he also said he doesn't want to pick sides, but if he has to, he's picked Ghai, and I picked Bateman, just because we want to be like.
Ooh. Oh, I didn't do that. My hand was on my phone. I didn't do anything.
But yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for Who's the Boss, just so someone is.
People love Who's the Boss. That's what people.
I feel like most people are for the family and for Andrew.
Email. Right. Anyways, but you know who's gonna win? The family. You know why? Because they're the greatest team of all time. Like, they're
one of the greatest. Okay, the team action is the greatest. But if you'd have the family going through against the founding fathers, how do you think that would go, though?
So here's my issue. As much as I love every team remaining, and yes, I'm a fan of Ben Bateman now. I'm sorry, you guys. As much as I hate to say it, I think the founding fathers defend against any team.
Really?
Yes, because I think every team has a weak member. Brendan Meyer could be shaken. Drew is not great in round 1. Other Drew is not great in round 1.
Riley?
And Mark Riley's inconsistent. Roca is very hungry, and Merle always defends the belt at least once. He's never defended, but Dan Merle has defended every belt he's held at least once. I think they have this. You saw how they showed up in Orlando.
Okay, I think Who's the Boss would have a better chance against the founding fathers, though. I feel like because of Ben's strategizing, and Drew can get under Roca's skin as well, but I think Ben has the upper hand, sort of. I don't know. I feel like
I think here's the issue with that, though. The two best teams to face off, I think, would be Shazam and Who's the Boss. But Bibiani and Ben have 2 other matches to prepare for.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them. Yeah, and even if we're that's singles, but there's going to be one of them. Bibbs. I'm talking singles already. Never mind.
Let's see. Okay, we can transition to that, but yeah. So, who do you think can beat the founding fathers?
Who's the boss?
Is that the only team you think can beat them?
I think so. I think there's no player like Bateman who goes into the matches and the strategy the way he does. So I've got a lot of confidence in him. Okay.
Now we move into the actual full event. The first match we would be seeing is Bateman versus Bibbs.
Mm-hmm.
You have Bateman, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I have Bateman too for the time being. But I'll get into that when we get to the final matchup. Second one, we have the Star Wars Championship. Alex Damon versus Laura Kelly.
I just recently watched. First I have to say there's too many Drews in this league. I can't keep up. Laura Kelly played against Andrew
DeMolanta.
That's right. Okay, that was That was like watching computers answering questions. That was crazy. There was just like answer, hardly any misses.
No, I think across her time she's only missed 2 questions, one in each match. She is terrifying.
She is, and the Star Wars League needs a competitor, like a very strong. Yeah, because I feel like Alex Damon is sort of unbeatable. I think the only one who could beat would be wow, I'm blanking on names.
Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer. Jesus, how did I blank on him?
I think what we've seen today, or today, whatever, what we've seen this year, we have our Jeopardy's 3. We got our Ken Jennings, our other dude, and our other dude. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up and vamp a little, because I think we've hit our point with 3 people who can legitimately go back and forth with different levels of playing the game. Okay, Tournament of Champions.
So you're watching for Shimoda, Star Wars competitors right now?
No. Oh my god, no.
What are you looking for? Dead air.
Yeah, this is not going great.
So where's Dark Shadow when you need it?
Okay, thank you. So here's who I had like when I'm comparing them to: James Holzhauer, Ken Jennings, and Brad Rutter, the 3 legendary competitors of Jeopardy.
Okay.
I think that's who we have here. We have Alex Damon, Laura Kelly, and Sam Witwer. I think putting those 3 in a match would result in the greatest Star Wars match of all time.
Yep, agreed. Although I
think Laura Kelly is that damn good.
She is.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that Witwer is so busy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing a great job. She's shaking. See, I don't think she is. She played live in Chicago. Yeah. And she did incredibly. She only lost due to someone else being lucky at it. And she beat Demolanta in a very tight game where, again, she only missed 1 question. And Damon will miss at least 1 question. It'll be the same thing as Inner Geekdom. Whoever blinks first, whoever misses a higher point question.
Yeah, who doesn't fear Damon?
But she also has a manager who can keep her calm.
Well,
and as you know, since we had her on our show and we talked about her because I know we're best friends, she has a fan group. Yeah, that's also a thing. She might get intoxicated. But that's the thing. She has someone in her corner. Alex doesn't really. He does have Molly. He does have his wife, but not a manager. Paul.
He really doesn't need anyone.
No,
he's just he's a machine.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so here Jeremiah Morris says Damon will be close. People forget how good he is. I've played in a while. I won't deny that. I thought it was force. Sure.
I feel like he's so hungry for someone who can get him to the ropes, sort of, because he's had matches that seem kind of easy. I feel like he wants someone to contend with him.
The issue is he keeps facing people he's beaten. He's faced Knapsack a handful of times. He's faced Grimshaw a handful of times, and and then he avoided Whitwer or whatever. But he faces the same 2 people over and over. It needs to be like a new batch.
That's right. That's right. It's going to be a good match regardless. And I think still Damon, but I think Laura is going to give him a run for his money.
Drago.
The Russians cut.
That's a Rocky reference, but we're talking Star Wars, Paul. Catch up. Do something. I mean, Extended Universe, you can say something. But Star Wars is boring. So, I mean, we just talked about, the teams match. I was going to say something about that, but yeah. So.
Go at it, Paul.
Yeah, come on, Paul. Get on camera. See what you can do.
Okay, because it's just me now. There we go. Who needs him?
Yeah. Teams match are pretty set in all this. Yeah. I will say one small question. I saw someone earlier, they just forgot that Founding Fathers was a team that could be held together by the draft, which raises the question, do you think Roka retires if he doesn't defend?
Could happen. Yeah, because they've had storylines where they've almost had Roka retire, I think.
Yeah.
But they've just won.
Well, so
I think the founding fathers might be done, but I don't think Roka retires.
so I think it's interesting because now that I'm finally catching up on my SEN stuff, Christian announced that the John Roca documentary is going to be dropping after Spectacular.
Nice.
That could be a good reason.
It does make sense. It does make sense, and yeah.
Plus, it'd be like Roca to retire in front of a crowd.
I agree. Okay, yeah. You've convinced me. I think that could happen.
I still think it's like a 30% chance. I'm not gonna like lock it in or anything.
I like these bold predictions though. I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting if it came up. But anyways, we got to the fourth match, the real one, the exciting one. Kevin Smets versus Mike Kalinowski too.
Yeah, this is all Kevin. This is Kevin Smets. Yes, let's go. Smets needs to smash.
If that's a wrestling reference, I don't understand it. But
I don't watch wrestling. He's the smasher.
It's so hard because they both work with crowds well, and they both have a fervent fan base, and they both really want to win this. It's literally 55-45. And the only reason Smets loses is because of a flub, as we've seen that before.
Peter. No, don't tell Harry. That was painful. I've got Smets all the way.
I also remember that day in the studio when you could literally hear a pin drop, and I collapsed to the floor. I think someone else did too, just like hearing like it's Don't Tell Harry, and just like, no. Oh, it hurt. It physically hurt. But yeah, so again, I think 55-45.
Flash! Mr. Sam Jones! And like that, he's gone.
Are you good, Paul? You good? All right, good. But he also has Shannon in his corner, and Mike and Kenya. Oh yeah. Kalinowski, Mike Green Lantern, please, yes, do it.
Needs to happen.
It does.
Okay, I love to take shots at Kalinowski. I'm a big fan of him. I just think Kevin Smets is more dialed in. Yeah. He's so, and Kaiser on Chill to Action also, like, he's awesome.
God, that's funny. Anyways, yeah. So here
it's going to be a great match.
It's 55-45, and it'll come down to the 5-point no matter what. I truthfully think that Smets takes it. Shut up, Paul. It's tight, but I think Smets has it. And and the person saying that is the biggest Kalinowski fan on the table. Shut up, Nat. But yeah, I think Smets again barely gets it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I'm rooting for him. So we have the final one.
Yes. Bateman / Bibiani versus Oyama.
You mean Bateman versus Oyama?
So here's the thing.
We have the Bateman versus Oyama.
No, I have this triangle going on. I think Bateman beats Bibiani. But Oyama
beats Bateman, yeah.
But I think that Bibiani could beat Oyama.
Okay. Yeah. On pure knowledge base, I agree. And I think Bateman agrees as well. He said Bibbs is one of the most knowledgeable players there is. But
that's the thing.
But we've seen Andrew Ghai beat Riley. We've seen Andrew Ghai beat Merle. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So Bateman beating Oyama is not something. It's Oyama, very doable.
Yeah. It was a bit shaky in comparison. I don't think that's a him thing though. I think just neither of them were up to snuff. I think Oyama works fine with a live crowd. The only issue is
he sound rattled. He's like a wall. He's just
Well, I think we only think that
like
because his fan base isn't super loud. Maybe that's why I want to see him in the situation again. Like I don't disagree. And tag him again. Robert Parker brought up an interesting point. Everyone's rooting against Oyama, forgetting that he's 6-0, something that no other singles player has ever gotten to. And it's one of the highest accuracy rates of any champion ever. we sleep on him hard. And I agreed, and I said, if he wins this match, I will never bet against him again.
Mm-hmm.
I think to me, I compared it to Shire Wolves versus Who's the Boss. Everyone slept on them despite always putting up amazing performances, even against not so stellar teams. It's amazing. It's going to be a good match either way. Agreed. That's what I think, though. I think this match is what defines him as a competitor. I think if he defends the belt here, twice at a live event, which has never happened before, defending at a live event had never happened before up until New York too. This is his moment where I think he defines himself as a player.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say that Bateman's gonna be the new champion.
Is that bold though? I think everyone says that.
Against Oyama though, I feel like it's bold. Even I have so much confidence in Ben.
Wait,
Oyama is.
I'm gonna keep this up, Paul. I think it's an interesting point. Bibs can be defined, but only if he's #Bibby2 belt. Which also would be an amazing hashtag. Yeah, I think Bibbs is defined if he gets the team's belt and the singles belt in the same night. Bateman does it. Absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Beastly 2 belts. I like that. Not Bibby. Bibby doesn't sound great, but I think Bibbs doing it that would define his career. Anyway, I do want to get to a couple chat notes. Jeremiah Morris says that's going to smash it because he's a dungeon head. Malcolm says Groka won't retire.
Mm-hmm.
And his partner convinced him to keep going. So
interesting.
He
wants to. I'm sure he wants to keep going.
Yeah, that's why I said like 30%. I'm not betting on that happening, but I know the opportunity is always there because he said multiple times if he loses he'll retire.
I think even if he retires, he's going to come back pretty quick. I feel like
he'll be a manager or a mouthpiece or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, Jeremiah, we know because you keep leaving those messages in SEN. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to put his worst game against Snyder. That could have been a live event. That could have been the questions. Who knows? We'll have to see. Losing the polls is disrespectful. Again, I think people are very much blinded by their fandom.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I know I am. I don't care.
Yeah. Even when I try to be unbiased, me putting Bibiani over Oyama is hard because they both have a very strong base knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
While we're filling this time at the end, feel free to drop your questions for me or Jarvi or even Paul in the comments, and we can address them. But you have something to say?
I was just thinking, what if, just like in a perfect world, if not a perfect world, but just a hypothetical situation, if Bibbs goes against Paul, I think it would be really cool to see that championship match as an Iron Man match.
Oh my god!
Right?
Yes. Only issue, Bibbs would destroy him.
Do you think so?
Iron Man match is basically free for all. It's 30 round 1 questions. Like 30-ish, whatever. I rewatched it today. I think the Star Wars one was like 47 questions.
Something like that, yeah.
It's basically free for all. It's a bunch of round 1s and round 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Bibbs has it locked in. And it's something against Oyama. Just look at the record. He has it. He's got it.
I just think it would be an interesting thing to see. I think Oyama could go the distance with him.
I don't disagree. I think Oyama having an Iron Man match for anything would be an awesome sight to see. Like, somehow, if Brendan Meyer goes for the singles title, that should be the match. Oyama versus the Kid, Iron Man. I would love to see that. Okay, so do you think anything like crazy will happen at Spectacular? Like, last year we had the split up of Team Action.
Something I'm afraid of that could happen before the draft comes in, and I hope it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, the promos and everything. It almost feels like Andrew Ghai. He feels like he's slotting into more to be a manager.
That will not happen.
Which I don't want to happen. He will be awesome, but I don't. I will never want him to quit competing.
No. No, if that happens, I will scream to Harloff, just like I will jump up on my chair and be like, "Fuck you!"
But there's gonna be a lot more managers for the draft, right? How many is that? Something
10.
like
We're getting 10.
I thought it was more like around 15 or something. Okay.
No.
When can we talk about the draft? Though? Are we waiting for the questions?
I mean, we can. I do want to ask you one question, and you sort of lean into it. We need to finish off this tackle trilogy. We got Ruka, we got Bateman.
Okay, yeah.
Who's the next tackle?
Who do you got? I got nothing right now.
I got Burnett.
Yeah,
because I think it's that arc that you're thinking about. Ghai is doing something different with his character. I think that him and Burnett, because they're big personalities, they start clashing, and then it's as spectacular. Either, if they win the belt, it's a different situation. I think if they lose the belt, or if they don't get there at all, it becomes Burnett's like, I thought you were better than this. I thought you were good enough. And Ghai's like, shut up, Dad. And this word Freudian slip just tags him off stage.
Yeah, because that makes sense. Because Harloff said, I don't know if it was on Chill or somewhere that. No, it wasn't on Chill. He said to Andrew when the challenge was on the table that before the challenge, when they were gearing up for the post interviews, is like, go at Burnett. I want you to go at Burnett. So there was a storyline. There was something there. So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Or maybe there's a red herring to make us all think it's going to happen, and it doesn't. But I think the tackle trilogy needs to be capped off, and I don't know how it will be.
Tackle trilogy, I love it.
Unless maybe he tackles like Mark Riley. And then
no one wants to see that.
Let's take you out, Ben. We're back together, and they do like the commando thing.
Oh, something like that needs to happen. I just hope it isn't on the expense of Riley. I love Riley.
What you do, you have Roxy just like manipulate the system, get Team Action and Odd Couple as a team, and she's like, "I got you boys together. Now fight for me, win that title."
Wow.
Yeah, Bateman, you son of a bitch! And just it's so great.
It's going to be a great storyline for them reunited.
And speaking of Roxy, first question from Jeremiah Morris. Do you think Roxy's drafts the odd couple first, even if she has the first pick, would she use that as her first 2 picks?
Okay,
why not?
I have questions about the draft.
Okay.
The rules are kind of convoluted for me. I don't think I get them completely. I know it's according to your rank. If you rank like below 10 or upward from there, you can get both. You don't have to take both. What's the rule?
Here's my loose understanding.
Mm-hmm.
The top 5 teams plus the champions have to stay together. If you draft one, you have to draft them both.
Okay.
6 through 10 teams, you are allowed to keep them together.
Okay.
Like if you draft one, you're given the option. Yeah, you don't have to, but you're given the option to say, do you want to keep their teammate? Anyone who's below the 10th ranked team, doesn't matter. Like say Inky in the Brain.
Mm-hmm.
If you draft Rachel, no one's going to ask you if you want to get Devin at the same time. Just you can pick him up later if you want, but you're not given the chance to get him at the same time.
Okay, that's simple enough.
Like say Paddington 2, they're top 10, but they're not top 5. You pick up Alonzo. Do you want Matt Ashley as well? And you're given the option to keep them together, or you skip it.
Okay, that's not difficult at all.
Yeah. It's very convoluted, and I'm hoping I'm right. I'm not sure if I am. Yeah, but so do you think that Roxy would ever not draft Odd Couple first?
Well, she said she would.
Yeah, there's nothing swinging her one way or the other to not. Especially because we've seen the end of their work together. Like we've seen the end of their season.
Mm-hmm.
There's no dissent. There's no arguing. She has no reason to.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Draft or just put together your perfect team with a manager, competitors.
Drew Crew. I got,
So which ones?
Andrew
Which
Ghai,
Drews?
Drew McWeeny, Video Drew, Tom Drew, Chandrew, Andrew Dimolanta. Shut up, Paul.
Okay, so all the Drews.
Yes. And they have the manager be Koi John Drew.
Oh, wow!
And
You
if
thought
and
this.
if and if they're not called the Drew Crew, I'll have them be called Full Volume, and I'll get the Wild Berries in there as well.
Wow, I've got no answer.
Greatest faction of all time.
I think I would only need Team Action and Finstock.
Not a faction, just a manager.
Yeah, just Team Action and Finstock. That's all you need.
Hmm. Oh, well, actually, I just realized something I didn't think about. Because we know that Burnett is for sure playing in IG next season, he could just not be a manager next season. But that could be the reason for the descent. No pun intended. Is just, he stops managing altogether and he just becomes a competitor, which leaves a space for Rauka to become a manager.
Wow, I'm not sure that's
the
right move for him.
Well, it's because everyone's like, oh, what if Shannon? She could be the 10th manager. Then we have another one. Brianna wants a bigger position. She could be another manager. You have Clark and Rachel who are on the outside picks. Having Burnett step down gives opportunity for all these other people rather than just one final slot.
Yeah, makes sense.
This is a small question. Jeremiah reminded me. Who do you think should manage Shazam and Looney Bin?
I'm thinking of Looney Bin needs someone who's that awesomely weird as them as a manager. Who can be as weird as Looney Bin?
No one.
Dagny. No, that's the worst. That's the worst match ever.
Kind of weird. That's kind of weird. So, I think Emma Fife would be a great pick.
Yeah.
Because I think that she can lean into that, and also because we saw in Orlando, she's gonna lean a little bit heel next season. But also, if you follow her on Twitter, and this is a weird way to say this, she can pull off that weird look well. I'll remember. I think it's like her Twitter avatar right now or something. She has like a Blade Runner inspired look. The woman has a variety of styles and stuff that she could lean into with each team. I think putting Shazam and Looney Bin together in a faction would be the ideal situation. But let's say she gets them both. I think it's a great dynamic. You have here's Happy, and then here's really manic and crazy. I think Emma Fife is the only manager we have currently who can pull that off. I think everyone else has their one note. Even Dagnino, who changes over time, I don't think he can change with everyone. And Looney Bin is so singular in their vision. I think they need someone who's fluid like that. And I think Emma can do it.
I don't think she can. I think someone else would. She can't pull those picks off though. Because it's going to be like a sports draft, right?
Don't forget she has the steal. No, Kaiser. Wait, no, Dagnino does. Never mind. I forget that he won a match for once.
So when will we find out the draft order and everything? So how that will work?
Probably Spectacular. I think that'll be the thing where it's like Christian Harloff is going over the rules of the draft once he reaches the end, and you guys like, you're boring, Harloff, then tackles him off the stage. I'm the 10th manager, and then just storms out.
You should write the script, man.
I've been pitching a cage match since we started this show. I don't need to be writing scripts. They're too scared of my ideas. Okay, we'll finish off with this because the episode's running a little bit long, and I'm very tired.
Yeah.
What players will improve with the manager, and which would you give them? We did talk about, Shazam and Looney Bin.
Who would improve with the manager?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Let's start with Paddington 2, because we brought them up before.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So which manager for them? Is that the question? Or?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's just on my mind right now, but I think Roxy could make them into can you can have two teams, right?
Yeah, you can have as many as you can.
Yeah, I think Paddington 2 is one of the not anymore, one of the most underrated teams.
Mm.
Right now, yeah, they're kind of hot because of the whole challenge fiasco, but I think Roxy could do really good with them.
Mm. So I'm looking at Janish's draft list, which is honestly just been a go-to for me talking about the kind of stuff. The biggest name on here without a manager is probably Paul Preston. I don't think he needs a manager per se.
Oh my god, I love Paul.
Paul's amazing. Not you,
He's
Paul.
so
You
cool.
suck. But I think Paul Preston doesn't need a manager. He knows how to play the game. He has the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Giving him someone could be fun. Giving like a personality workout. Him with Dagnino could be fun.
You are Dinuzio. You are.
What do you think of that? Preston Dagnino.
Preston Dagnino.
Yeah.
I feel like Preston wouldn't put up with Dagnino's antics.
So I feel like they'd be a great fit together because they're so different. They just sort of like work together strangely. As long as Dagnino doesn't bring back the Horseman.
Yeah, I think that's over.
Yeah, thankfully.
I'm gonna flip my camera. There we go.
Oh, well, but hello.
Whoa.
And then we also have the immediate runoff I would get is Haley Fouch, Rachel Silvestrini, Lon Harris,
Preston Kaiser. I like this.
I don't think so. I think they're too different.
I don't know. I think it could work.
All right, so yeah, Haley Fouch, Rachel Silvestrini, Lon Harris. I think I like clumping them together. I think as teams, any 2 and 3 would work incredibly. Who do you think they should get managers? And if so, like who?
Sorry, who are you talking about right now?
Paul New Zealand manager. God no, help us. Rachel Silvestrini, Haley Fouch, Lon Harris.
So wait, but what's the question?
So who do you think should manage them? Ooh. We'll say in the meantime to fill that air.
Though.
I personally,
Roxy. I know Roxy for everything. I just love Roxy too much, but
I say Roxy with Rachel only. I don't think she'd work with. She might work with Haley. I don't know, and then definitely not for Lon. So to fill the time, I think the Wildberries should be exempt from the draft, and their manager should be the producer seducer Nick Scarpino.
They just need to break up, and one of the rules of the draft is that you can't put them together as Wildberries anymore.
No. That is such a bad opinion. I cannot let you back on the show. The Wildberries are the essential team. If you break them up, you're done. It's over.
I feel they're just gonna stay the Wildberries then. That's awesome though, but I feel like they both want to try something new, and they could get somewhere if they had because all their knowledge base is pretty much it overlaps. They're not complementary to each other.
But they're not a team to win championships. They're a team to sell t-shirts and be fun.
That's true. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. My phone's running low, and it might run out of battery.
Yeah. So here, I think we had a good discussion. So here, last question for you. Ed Harris slice, yes or no?
Of course.
Okay, that was not a good note to go out on.
Of course.
So here, Jarvi, where can people find you on social media?
Richard Eric with a K, Jarvi, and check out Class Action on the Action Industries channel.
Go listen to why the original Blade Runner really sucks. Also, if you want to see some more information, check out again. Please come to the Action Industry streams tomorrow for a live stream to support Emma and her family. All the proceeds will go to, I believe, her family, her mother specifically. I don't know exactly, but please donate. It'll be amazing to help. Also, come back every Monday and Friday for Action Movie Anatomy and the Action Guys tag.
Yeah, Action Movie Anatomy on Mondays.
Yeah,
I think tag drops on Saturdays now.
I've lost count. Also check the description for all the actual links. We're doing that now, and I'm gonna find me on Twitter at TemEQ Film Nerd. That's at TEMEKU Film Nerd. Thank you, Paul. And that is it. I'm going to share my screen. Paul Denuzio on Twitter. Yes. Sure, follow him there, whatever. And Paul, you're done because I need to play these. Oh my god, it's taking forever to play the intro while we are signing off. See you guys
Later.